Can you launch an Airbnb business with $0 without having to rent or own a single property? Now, I know that sounds pretty crazy, but let me show you how you can do that in 5 simple steps. Step number 1 is to understand the Airbnb regulations for your city or any market that you're interested in. And guess what? Airbnb works for any city on planet Earth as long as you follow the law. So here's the first thing that we're gonna do. Let's head over to my computer. Let's go to Google and let's type in Airbnb regulations along with the city that you're interested in. So I'm gonna type in Airbnb regulations, Los Angeles. Now what's typically gonna pop up is a link from Airbnb itself that's gonna guide you through how the regulations work for the specific city that you're interested in. So let's go ahead and click that link. Now, when we scroll down on the Airbnb regulations page, here's what you're gonna see. Almost any city you pick, you can legally do Airbnb. In the case of Los Angeles, it says here very clearly, step number 1, obtain a home sharing permit from the city of Los Angeles. Now guess what? To get a permit from the city of Los Angeles, it just costs you $89. That's it. It's very simple. See, most people see the word permit or license and they freak out. They think Airbnb is banned in their city. That's actually not the case. What's happening is the city just wants their cut. They want to get paid. So all you have to do is follow the rules, pay the city their $89, just like we do in Los Angeles, get the permit, and you can legally start your Airbnb business. I promise you, it is not more complicated than that. So let's just quickly summarize. Once again, this works for any city on planet Earth if you take just 5 to 10 minutes to research the regulations. Step number 2, you want to validate that other Airbnb hosts are legally making money from nightly rentals in your hometown or a market that you're interested in. I figured that out. Let's head over to my computer. First thing we're going to do is go to Airbnb.com. Next thing, right over here where it says where, we're going to type in a city that we're interested in. So I'm going to pick Los Angeles as an example. Next, we're going to pick a date in the future. So let's pick July 2026. Now, we're gonna pick a single night in the future. This is very important. So I'm gonna pick July 7th check-in, July 8th checkout date. The reason why we wanna pick one night in the future is to validate that one night rentals are actually allowed in this city. The reason for that is because the most amount of money that you can make is with a one night rental. Now, you don't have to do nightly rentals, but that's where the most amount of money is at. And click on search once you've selected those dates. Once the page populates, you want to click on filters. And once that opens up where it says type of place, you want to click on home and then click this black button. Okay, so here's the important data point. What Airbnb is showing us is that in the case of Los Angeles, we can see there are over 1,000 properties that are entire homes, okay, not shared accommodations, not shared rooms, that are renting for at least one night. That means that one night rentals are legally permissible in Los Angeles. This isn't guesswork, we can see it right on the screen. It also means that if other Airbnb hosts are able to legally rent out their properties for one night at a time, then you can too. That's the total amount of research you have to do. It takes literally just 30 seconds, okay? Don't overcomplicate this. Let me show you one more example to further prove out this point. I'm gonna change the city from Los Angeles to New York City. And then I'm gonna click search, okay? It's still selecting one night in the future. The same filter is applied. And here's the key data point. So once again, what Airbnb is showing us is that there's over 1,000 entire homes in New York City, okay? Entire homes, not shared rooms, that are renting for one night at a time, 100% legally. Now let's take a quick look just to prove this out to ourselves. We can see this host in West New York with a 5.0 scores, 13 reviews, is renting his property for $218 a night. This host is renting it for $120 a night. And if we keep scrolling down, we see $105 a night, $126 a night, $281 a night, $196, $204, $301, so on and so forth. Thousands and thousands and thousands of properties renting for one night at a time and making absolute bank. So to summarize, the simplest way to verify that nightly rentals work in a market that you're interested in is to just check on Airbnb itself. And one quick side note, don't confuse Airbnb with one-night rentals. Now that's obviously where the most money is at, but you can still do Airbnb, and hear me carefully on this. You could still do Airbnb with 30-night minimum rentals, 60-night minimum rentals, even 90-day minimum rental periods on Airbnb, and still make 2 times to 3 times the long-term rental rate on average. Now, the benefit of doing 30 days or longer as a minimum rental period is that you don't have to get an Airbnb permit at all in most markets. So if you don't feel like filling out the paperwork and paying $89 to get a permit from the city of LA, don't do nightly rentals, just do 30-day minimum rental periods, and problem solved, you're ready to start. Step 3, search for properties and struggling landlords that need your help. Now you can do this via multiple websites that you're already familiar with, such as Craigslist, Zillow, Facebook Marketplace, Apartments.com, Furnish Finder, HotPads, and literally 100 other websites. So the first thing we want to do is head over to Google, then type in a city that you're interested in, along with the word Craigslist. So I've typed in Los Angeles Craigslist, and I click on the Craigslist link. From there, I click on the housing category, so I see all properties for rent, which in this case is over 9,000 properties. That's too many properties to look through, so we need to filter it down. The way you filter down is in the left-hand panel, you click on Has Image, so you only see properties that have images. You further scroll down and you check off Furnished, so that you only see fully furnished turnkey rentals, so you're not wasting your time. Then you want to input a price parameter. So in this case, as an example, I'll type in, I don't want to see properties that are renting for under $2,000 a month, and I don't want to see properties that are renting for more than, let's say, $8,000 a month on the high end. And then we click on the Apply button. Now, once the page populates, we want to change newest to oldest, because we want to see the oldest listings for rent, because those are the landlords that have that biggest pain point. From here, we want to scroll down until we see a property that we like. Now we're gonna see hundreds, potentially thousands of properties showing up on the screen. So this part's a little subjective. Just think about which property you would personally wanna stay at. Now for me, I don't wanna stay here. I mean, this looks like a pretty mint property. So let's go ahead and click on this property. And again, this part is subjective. So once the page loads, just take a quick look at the images and confirm, is this property fully furnished? And would you personally want to stay here? If the answer is yes, then you continue to the next step, which is the following. Right here, this is the critical part. What we see on the screen is that this landlord listed the property 28 days ago on Craigslist. What does that mean? This means that for the past 28 days, this landlord has been losing money. That means there's a real pain point that needs to be solved. For example, for the past 28 days, the landlord has been paying their mortgage, paying their property tax, paying their utilities, and paying a bunch of maintenance expenses with no money coming in. That's where you come in to fix the problem. So here's what you do. Step number 4, go ahead and copy the address. Now, even if it's not the full address, don't worry about it. Just copy the address from Craigslist and then open the Co-List Pro app, copy paste the address. Co-List Pro will find the nearest address to the address provided on Craigslist if it's not a full address. Then from there, input the bedroom count, input the bathroom count, input the guest count, so this property can accommodate 8 guests, input the long-term rental rate, and input whether it's furnished or unfurnished. And then finally, click the blue button that says Generate Report. Step number 5, the 5th and final step is to take the report output from the Co-List Pro app, email or text message the landlord, and close the deal. So here's how it works. Let's go to my computer. So this is the actual report output from the Co-List Pro app. You can see the property address right there. Now I know there's a whole bunch of graphs and numbers and this looks scary, but it's actually not, because the only thing that matters here is that this shows you how much money this property can make as an Airbnb, and in this case, it's $207,000. Now think to yourself, would the landlord want to actually see this report, yes or no? And I think you know the answer. Of course they'd want to see this because you're showing them that you can make them $207,000. And you're gonna break down what that means by monthly revenue, the average daily rate, the average occupancy rate. Now, of course, you might not know what any of this means and it doesn't matter, because the report makes it look as though you've been doing this business for a really long time. It makes you look like a genius. Now, here's how you actually pitch the landlord and close the deal. You need to go to the second page of the report. And here's what you're gonna say to the landlord. You're gonna say the following. You're gonna say, Mr. Landlord, you have a beautiful property in North Hollywood, but I noticed that it's been sitting on Craigslist for the past 28 days. Now that means that for the past 28 days, you've been losing money. Now let's pretend that you get a long-term tenant literally today. Well, best case scenario, as you can see in my report, you're only gonna make $66,000 a year, and that's assuming that you get a tenant today. Meanwhile, you're still gonna be chasing tenants for rent. You're gonna be worried about property damage. If a light bulb burns out, you gotta go there and take care of it. Whereas, if you work with me and my company, you will net in your pocket $176,000 net of my management fee. Now, what that works out to is 2.67 times your long-term rental rate. Now, at this point, the landlord might say to you, I need to think about it. And you'll respond and say the following. You'll say, Mr. Landlord, I completely get it. I'm introducing something brand new to you and you have no idea who I am. So let me give you something to think about. And then you scroll to the third page of the report that says opportunity cost. You'll say, Mr. Landlord, every day that your property sits empty, it's actually costing you $785 per day. That's the short-term rental rate. Now, because your property's been sitting empty for the past 28 days, you have already lost $21,978. That's a lot of money. And Mr. Landlord, if I don't make you more than your long-term rental rate, I won't charge you a single penny. I make money when you make money. It's a win-win arrangement. How does that sound? So to summarize, what you've presented to the landlord is a no-brainer solution. You've outlined their pain point, which is that their property is sitting empty, and you've identified not only how you're gonna make the landlord more money, but that you're gonna double or triple their earnings while you're doing all the work. So ask yourself this question, who would say no to that? Okay. Now, once the landlord says yes, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna list their property on Airbnb, you're gonna handle the bookings and the guest communications, and you're gonna split the revenue. Now, as a result, the landlord's gonna make more money than they'd ever get from a long-term tenant, and you get paid without owning or renting a single property. And the best part is that this takes only 1 to 2 hours a week to manage, because messaging, it's automated, pricing, it's automated, and smart locks do all the guest handovers, and cleaners are automatically notified. It all runs like a machine. And you simply repeat the process. 1 property becomes 2, 2 becomes 5, 5 becomes 10. Now, let me address the 3 main questions people have at this point. Does this work in my city? Now, I get this question more than any other. And the answer is simple. If there are hotels in your area, there's demand for short-term rentals. Now, people don't just Airbnb in Miami or New York or Los Angeles. For example, insurance companies need temporary housing after storms. Corporations relocate their employees. Traveling nurses need furnished stays. Wedding guests need a place close to the venue. The point is, the demand, it's everywhere. And some of the highest margins are in markets most people overlook. Why wouldn't the landlord just do this themselves? Here's the answer. Most landlords, they just don't want to do it. They want to earn passive income. They don't want to operate another business. And here's the thing, they don't want to learn Airbnb. They don't want to deal with guest communication, pricing, turnover, cleaning schedules. They don't want to do that. They just want their property making passive money. That's it. And that's exactly what you provide. You handle the details, they collect a bigger check. It's a partnership. What about AI and the economy? Now, this is actually the perfect time to start co-listing, because while AI is eliminating digital jobs and most of the side hustles that you see online, it cannot replace a real bed in a real room in a real city. Physical hospitality isn't going digital. Doesn't matter what happens with AI. Now, what AI does is it makes this business easier to run. AI actually helps you. So what used to require a full-time property manager now takes you an hour or 2 a week at most using AI. So just to recap, to make this system work, you need to nail 3 things. Number 1, find the right properties. Number 2, run the numbers and present them in a way that makes landlords say yes. And number 3, automate the management so the income stays semi-passive. And once you've got those 3 things down, you have what most people never will: a repeatable system that pays you month after month. Now, I know I said all that really fast, but I put together a free step-by-step, in-depth training explaining how this works. All you have to do to get it is go to the description of this video and click on the link to get the free in-depth training. Now, if you got any value out of this video, I would really appreciate it if you would do 2 things. Click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.